Hello everyone, this is Jacopo, CEO of Dynamite Studios. Here we are back to the old video format to talk about the big changes and additions that are coming to Fractured Online before full release, which by the way is on July 24th. So that's really close, so get ready. Now let's start from the biggest change that we have in store, that is the new PvP rule set of the game and Divine Trials. Let's go. So before we discuss what we have changed, let's discuss why we changed it this way and what were the issues that led us to this decision. As you will know if you've played the game, Fractured Online used to feature and still features two planets, one called Syndesia and the other one called Arboreus. On one of them, there would be only consensual PvP, so you could flag up for PvP, but if you didn't, you could not be attacked, and that meant that the planet was basically devoid of PvP, while the other planets allowed player killing. So you could flag up as evil and attack good players, gank them. There used to be a criminal system. Yes, you could be jailed by bounty hunters, for example, but that didn't discourage the player killers that were actually interested in griefing other players, particularly griefing new players. And in order to mitigate that, we introduced a young system that would protect new players, but that could be very easily exploited and also didn't really protect them for long. And this contradicted one of the basic promises that we made to players of the game, which is that they would be able to progress with their character up until rank 50, which is the highest rank, which is basically the way we do levels in the game. And they could do it without being killed in an unwanted way. And the reason is that in order to reach rank 50, you need to explore both planets, kill creatures in both planets to reach the required level of knowledge and learn the abilities of all these creatures. For example, right now we are in the planet of Syndesia in the continent of Eren, and you will need to explore pretty much all the points of interest and the biomes of this very big planet, and everywhere you go, you could have been killed. And we had a lot of players quit the game because of this. Large PvE guilds, individuals, just a lot of players. At the same time, this system didn't really reward much players that were interested in PvP, but they were not interested in just griefing other players, because this planet doesn't really contain resources that are more valuable than the other planets. They are just different, but the level is pretty much the same. And so players that wanted to just farm, as you would say, farm monsters or resources, they would just go on the other planet and do it there, leaving this one pretty much underpopulated. So how does the new PvP system of Fractured Online work? Well, that's pretty simple. First of all, the concept of alignment, good, neutral, evil, is no more. There is only peaceful and aggressive. And you can toggle that by pressing P. That's a default hotkey. You can change it, of course. Here is the button. And a pop-up will explain to you what it means to be peaceful, what it means to be aggressive, and give you the possibility to switch. You can only do it as long as you are inside of a claimed player city, which is always a protected area. So there is no going out as peaceful and switching to attack another aggressive player and then switching back if you're losing. No, that's not possible. You can only switch inside of a city. And once you're aggressive, you can attack all other aggressive players. If you stay peaceful, nobody can attack you and you can't attack anyone. So why would anyone want to be aggressive, you may ask? Well, there's several reasons. First of all, being aggressive gives you a 25% bonus to your drop rates of divine rewards, which is very good to generate wealth if you are willing to take the risk, and this applies to the whole world. But the other and even more important reasons are to participate to some events that are PvP only. These events are fortresses, which used to exist already. They were introduced in the spring. I actually just teleported myself inside of a fortress that is going to be claimable by players in 2 hours and 25 minutes. Then there are legends on the continent of Eren. Oh, by the way, fortresses are also located only on the continent of Eren. And the new big thing, which is God Trials. There are 5 different God Trials associated to 5 different gods. and you can see your progression in this regard in the progression menu next to your abilities and rank and talents. Here it is: Tyros, Nelena, Iridia, Galvanos, and Babilis. Two of these events, Nelena and Tyros, are for everyone, so both peaceful and aggressive players can participate in them, while three of these events are only for aggressive players, meaning Iridia, Galvanos, and Babilis. Being inside these events is actually pretty clear if you're inside or not. You just open the world map and you can see here this dotted line. That means that an event will be coming to this area in 28 minutes. It's the event of Babilis. And this other area means that an event is currently active here. And this is the event of Tyros. And it's going to end in 28 minutes. So the way it works is after a certain amount of time, all events move to a new position and you already know in advance what that is going to be. Now, as I was saying, two events are for everyone, while three events are for aggressive players only. Here you can see one of them, the current Babilis Divine Trial. Then here we have the current Galvanos Divine Trial. And here we have the Iridia Divine Trial. And why would you want to be inside one of them? Well, because the rewards that you get in these areas are really, really good. Basically, the concept behind all of these events is that the creature, something happens to the creature that are normally spawned inside of the areas covered by these events. So let's check out the area of Babilis, which is probably the easiest one to explain. Now, you know this, if you've played the game, you know what these mountains are. These are the Jotun mountains, and they are mostly populated by this giant race called Jotuns. So let's teleport there. I've set myself as invisible to monsters, and let's check out this Jotun, right? This is a regular Jotun. Now let's go inside of the event, and you can see it actually on the map. Here it is. This Jotun is outside, this wolf is outside of the zone, so they're all normal. But if we go inside, you'll see that the monsters have changed. First of all, there's a UI here that tells you that you're now inside of a lawless zone with unrestricted open PvP. And as you can see, these Jotuns have something different to them, right? And the difference is that they are corrupted. That's the curse of Babilis. And instead of dropping normal divine rewards, they will drop corrupted divine rewards in a ratio that is much higher than normal divine rewards. Which means that if you want to do some end game divine reward farming, this area is super, super good. But if you have a divine reward, actually all players will be able to see that you have one. So this is the dynamic of the divine trial of Babilis. Each divine trial really has its own dynamic. So let's go somewhere else, for example, and to the Iridia event, and let's find out how that one is. So now I'm inside the trial of Iridia, where I've just slain a few monsters with my trusted admin sword. All the monsters in this area are actually normal. They don't look or do anything special, but they do drop from time to time something special, which is Coins of Fate, that when opened will trigger a random effect that can be either good or bad according to how lucky you are. So let's see how lucky I am. 46 average roll. 3 low-level creatures suddenly appear next to you. Okay, that's an annoyance. Let's remove them with my admin sword. And let's hope that I get something better at the next one. Alright, new roll. I dare you. 2 more Coins of Fate appear in your inventory. Okay, that's cool. Let's try again. These 2 new ones. Kaching! A good amount of gold suddenly appears in your inventory. Well, this is actually pretty cool. Awesome, awesome. Always mind to have enough free slots in your inventory. Oh yeah, that was a really good reward. And well, let's pop the last one. Oh, another I dare you roll. All right, let's open again. Jackpot, a very large amount of gold, 100. I swear this is not scripted. I actually just rolled 100 out of 100. That's like, yeah, it's like 1% chance, and it just happened. I swear it's not scripted. Last one. Average roll, you are slowed. All right, we got a bad one. Yawn. Okay, I'll be slowed for how long? Damn it, 60 seconds. Okay, well, yeah, 60 seconds of slow. And yeah, this is the trial of Iridia. That's a pretty fun one. Now, instead of getting into the details of each event with the monsters that can be found and the abilities they have and the rewards that they give, that would make the video way too long, and it's pretty long already. Let's talk about favor. Now, the more you run these events, the more you gain favor towards a certain god. And you can see here that I am at the maximum. There are 3 thresholds, 1, 2, 3, which are called favored, chosen, and champion. Favor goes down a little every week, but just a little. So it takes a pretty long time to reach the maximum, but once you have it, the decrease is very, very slow. So that means that you, just by running the events a couple of times each week, you will be always at the maximum. And each god will give you an ability according to the amount of favor that it bestowed upon you. So in the case of Nelena, for example, the ability is called Primal Recall, and it allows you to teleport home or to teleport to a city where the city where you set your spawn point or the closest city. So here it is, Primal Recall. Home is not available, Last Shrine is not available, so only the option closest city is available for me right now. Then let's check out the others. Tyros, the Divine Grace. It allows you to self-resurrect once, 2 times, or 3 times per week, according to your favor. Babilis, unknown. You will find out when you play. That's a really cool one. Galvanos, Heroic Call. That allows you to summon legends because, by the way, yes, you don't use items anymore to summon legends. You use the Heroic Call of Galvanos, and the cooldown changes according to the amount of favor. And the last one is Iridia, that will increase your luck. So that's actually a passive bonus, not an ability. So there it is. There's a lot of gameplay that is being added by these events, and there's a lot of very good reasons to PvP. And these events are present also on the continent of Terra, which means that now there is PvP in Terra too. You can flag up and do these events there as well. So the difference between Eren and Terra is basically that Eren has also the fortresses and has the legends set to PvP, which means that the legends give twice as many rewards. So if you do a legend on Eren, you get twice as many divine rewards as you get on Terra, because there's PvP here. And the trials, they are available equally on both planets. Oh, by the way, the city sieges, there is also another big PvP event that is still only on Eren, while on Terra we are going to implement an auction system in a patch soon after the launch. So it seems that the zones have rotated while I was recording, so now I moved inside the trial of Tyros looking for exalted creatures, and to hunt them better, I'm going to summon my trusted Ghoul, because yeah, the game now features summons as well, but I guess that is something for the next video. Alright, see you in the next one, coming very, very soon. Bye bye.